burada reel sektör var. Biz piyasalar tarafını hep anlatıyoruz, piyasalardan bahsediyoruz. Borsalar yukarı gidiyor, faizler şuraya gidiyor, dolar buraya gidiyor ama asıl hani yük sizin sırtınızda, reel sektörün sırtında, bunu biliyorum ve herkesin aklında aslında biraz endişe var. Özellikle bu yılın sonunda 2023 ile ilgili acaba ekonomilerde durgunluk mu yaşanacak? Faizler bir taraftan artırılıyor, parasal sıkılaşmalar oluyor. Dolayısıyla ekonomiler artık frene basacak. Hatta durgunluktan öte belki resesyonu konuşacağız. Ama resesyon döneminde de ayakta kalmak mümkün mü? Bunun acaba yolları var mı? Örneğin dijitalleşmeyi bu resesyon dönemlerinde nasıl kullanacağız? Bunu belki fırsata çevirebilecek miyiz? Aslında bu bölümde René Delcroix konuğumuzdu. Brozier Avrupa Başkan Yardımcısı. Ancak kendisi ufak bir rahatsızlık nedeniyle aramızda değil. Onun yerine Sayın Leslie Riley bizlerle olacak. Polytropon CEO'su. Ben yine o güzel alkışlarınızla kendisini sahneye davet etmek istiyorum. Buyurun efendim.
Hi, everyone. Obviously, I'm not Renault. I'm Leslie. Renault had a family emergency, and he can't speak now. Okay, so I will give you Renault's presentation, which is essentially what I would be saying to you. Many of you know me. I'm Leslie. I'm from Polytropon, and our company in Turkey is a technology partner with Browseware. So today I'm going to talk to you about digital product creation and how you can use it to capitalize on what we all now recognize is a recession. So I'm going to just start by giving you a few examples of what I mean by digital product creation. What does that look like? And it's just a very brief video, and I want you to look, just pay attention to the variety of the samples and the garments that I show you here. Have a look. Now the music is not playing, okay. There we go, okay. Okay, so now we know what we're talking about, right? When I talk about a digital sample, it looks like that. I just want to go through a few brief things. Many other speakers today have talked about these. What we know about Turkey, that the textile and apparel industries employ approximately 1 million people. There are approximately 59,000 companies involved, from tiny to giants. And the sector represents about 10% of Turkish exports. And that represents, in total, something like $18 billion. So now we get to where are we today, what are the challenges, and what are the threats affecting, specifically, Turkish manufacturers and the Turkish apparel sector. As we all know, we've seen in the last years, and maybe like the last 20 years, we've seen Turkey shifting from low value to high value goods. At the same time, now that Turkey produces these higher value goods, there's today a pressure because the consumer budget is down, so there is a price pressure for these higher value goods. Secondly, 80% of the apparel exports in Turkey are based on cotton. And the price of cotton is projected and has risen, as you all know, you're all very aware, by as much as 40% within 2022. Thirdly, we know that the Turkish producer price index has gone up by 143% this year, year on year. And at the same time, the lowering of the euro and the pound against the dollar has put additional pressure on Turkish manufacturers and exporters. There's an official inflation rate of 80% in Turkey. I won't venture to guess the real one, but I'm told again and again, this is not the reality. Okay? It's much, much higher. And all of these pressures on Turkey are putting a huge pressure on the industry in terms of the gap between Turkey's cost and its competitors. Lastly, as some speakers spoke about today, we have the EU Green Deal and a deadline of 2030 to meet a lot of requirements required by that deal. And this impacts anybody that wants to sell within the EU. So what Turkey will be faced with by that time is either loss of orders, or if you're not compliant, okay, if we can't be compliant with those requirements, it will be a lack of orders or taxation on the goods going into the EU. At the same time, so these are the pressures on you, right? Okay, what's happening to your customers, to the brands? Okay, one of the biggest challenges that brands are facing is overstock. And they overstock largely because the product is not on trend. And the product is not on trend because the product development cycle is too long. We predict months in advance what will be on trend, and by the time we get the product to market, it's not what the consumer wants. This overstocking results in the brands having to do high discounts, so their profit margins are pushed. We have the additional factor of e-commerce. E-commerce has led to 25% returns on brands. This is a huge problem the brands are facing, and something they really want to reduce and are investigating very carefully. And we have a new player in the market, ultra-fast fashion. And I know we talked about slowing down fashion, less consumption, but again, we have these market disruptors. One good example is Shine, who now represents 30%. Shine is basically a tech company, okay? Let's keep that in mind. They're a tech company. They're not the traditional apparel manufacturer. And they represent today 30% of the fast fashion market in the USA. So this is a big player in the market, and all the brands are looking at this trend. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the waste. What have we seen, and a little bit what people have talked about today. Let's remember that we talked about recycling and refibering and all of that, very, very important. But let's remember that what the consumer buys, there's still another 40 times that amount of waste created in the product development and production processes. Everybody knows this probably, that 80% of the samples produced wind up in the trash, okay? They're not consumed, they're waste, and only 15% of those are recycled. Everybody knows this too, that 80% of the clothes that are produced are never sold. 30%, sorry. Okay, and in addition to that, we have today 92 million tons of textile wasted in the production process, and if we don't change, that's projected to go to 158 million tons by 2030 if we do nothing. So what can we do? What can Turkey do? I'm here to talk about Turkey. I work in Turkey. I work with you. I care about what happens to Turkey. Okay, so what can we do? All right, Turkey is strategically placed in a very good position to become greener and much quicker than the competitors in other parts of the world. There's a lot of initiative in Turkey. Other speakers spoke about this. Turkey is on track. There's a focus on recycled. Other people talked about this. Turkey is very aware. And again, Turkey is well placed to meet this challenge. One thing we need to think about, and this is a new rising challenge, is how can we develop faster, smaller capsule collections? How can we do that and deliver them quickly? Because what Shine is doing is that they are developing these collections quickly, like 2,000 pieces, 3,000 pieces. They get them in the market. If it works, they make more quickly. So when you test a collection and you deliver it quickly, you're closing that gap about being wrong about what's on trend, about not selling, about overstock, all of that. Okay, this is a new trend. And finally, where we can help you is to become 100% accurate. And accurate, I mean I mean that what you promise to sell is what you sell. What you develop, and we'll talk about the digital world, what you develop and what you show is what actually reaches the consumer. And we need to be accurate there. Okay. And in my view, we need to put technology at the heart of these operations so that we have standardized processes, standardized operations, and we are greener, more on trend, more sustainable, all of those things. Technology will deliver this. So what can we do? Okay, one really important factor is to become what we call a go-to-market partner. A go-to-market partner means it's not a supplier. Okay, it's not just a supplier. It means you partner, you absolutely partner with your customer. Okay, and we had a good example of that today earlier with SLN and Puma. They demonstrated what they do. Okay, and what you should do, I think, and we can help you do, is to take the lead on that technology. Become greener, take the lead. Don't wait for your customers to push you. Own the project, own the digital, own everything that you want to put in process for your own benefit. Okay, this is what I'm saying. And when you do that, you control the process. You can make suggestions to your trading partners. You collaborate better with them. And in the end, you become this go-to-market partner, which is key. It's much more difficult for your customers to leave you when you become a go-to-market partner. So the core of this, in this digital partner, in gaining all those things on trend, in time, more creativity, and delivering what we promise to deliver, for us is the digital product creation and the digital twin. By digital twin, I mean that what I see here is exactly what I'm going to deliver in terms of material, in terms of fit, in terms of visualization, everything you see. Think of any other industry, think of architecture, think of industrial design. All of those products are modeled and sold and evaluated and validated digitally before they're ever produced. And we want to achieve that, and we do achieve that. So, final point. We want the end-to-end digital apparel process. What does that mean? What does that mean? We start with selling. What's the end goal? We want to sell. Where do we start? With design that is on trend, that we test, that we validate, that we are consistent. We can be consistent if we're digital, right? We're not handcrafted, we're digital. So we can be consistent and deliver consistent, successful product to our clients. We can have collections earlier. We can explore and be more creative without any waste. We can explore new ideas and create more things. We can test our fit 100%, be accurate, all digital, right? We can do better decision making because we're doing this collaboratively. And everybody that takes part in this product development, from the people who buy it, to the people who produce it, to the people that sell it, all see the same picture, the one true digital picture. And I think, oh, sorry, I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah, oops, that was it. Thank you. Okay.
Leslie Riley'e çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Onu sadece sahnede bir süre tutmak istiyorum ve kendisine ödülünü takdim etmek üzere, hediyesini takdim etmek üzere TGS'de Başkan Yardımcısı Sayın Tanzer Gözey'i sahneye davet ediyorum. Buyurun. Alkışlarla lütfen değerli katılımcılar.